Welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Vern Fuller, and I'm still with Dan Killeen, author and illustrator of Tillie and Clementine books. You've now got a book out called Tillie and Clementine Zoo Switcheroo.
That's correct.
Can we get a little insight into the plot of your latest book?
Sure. It's somewhat like the first book. It's an absurd plot. In this one, the family go to the zoo on the same day that a daddy gorilla and his baby daughter happen to sneak out of their enclosure to go themselves have a fun day exploring the zoo. So that happens, and then at one point, while the family's having a picnic, in the zoo, the two dads, who are on opposite sides of this fence, happen to pick up the wrong daughter. So that happens sometimes, where sometimes your kids might start following the wrong parent.
Right.
Well, in this time, the daddy gorilla accidentally picks up little Clementine and puts her on his back, and then the father of the family picks up this baby gorilla and accidentally puts her on his back. And neither of the dads realize what's going on, because they're sort of being absent-minded dads, and they're like, well, that's about the same weight as my daughter, and I'll just put her on my back. And the daughters don't know the difference, because they're not really paying attention either. And from their point of view, they're just looking at the back of the neck of their dad, who both have hairy necks. So that's a little bit of a jab at my brother for having a hairy neck. No, he's pretty well groomed. But and then it goes on from there. They have fun exploring the zoo, and then they kind of keep just missing each other. And
so this goes on for a while.
This goes on for a few pages.
You're really milking this one.
The zookeeper realizes that he's missing two gorillas, so he runs out with a big net, and he's trying to track down these gorillas without causing a ruckus. But then the older sister, Tillie, realizes something's wrong, because she gets a good look. She's like, wait a minute, that's not my little sister. Who is this kid wearing furry pants and a sweater?
Right.
Oh, wait, that's not a kid at all. That's a gorilla. So she figures it out, and it gets resolved by the end. But for the majority of the story, they're just walking around having a good time at the zoo with the wrong daughter on their back.
Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Now, what kind of feedback do you get from the kids who read your books?
Oh, pretty positive. They enjoy it. Like I said, I do a lot of readings at schools, and they'll laugh out loud. They laugh at some pages I didn't really anticipate that they would. For instance, if the girls are getting ready for bed and you happen to see like a diaper or someone, they think that's just high humor. They laugh quite a bit at that. But yeah, they enjoy the little details in the drawings. There's little subtle humor here and there that they'll pick up. They're like, hey, that guy's asleep, or that gorilla shouldn't be there. So
right.
It's neat seeing kids react, particularly to the drawings that you've done, because that's what you're doing it for, and you want them to kind of pick up on those little.
The illustrations are fantastic, Dan. You've done a fantastic job. What kind of feedback do you get from the parents on your books?
Oh, they like it. A couple of them complain that they're reading the book too many times. The kids want to keep reading it and reading it. They're like, when are you going to get some other books out? So
really,
that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, you got a demand now.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah, but parents like it because there's humor that plays on the adult level as well, and so there's something there for the parents as well as the kids in the humor. And
your books are available where?
Well, they're at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, and Left Bank Books, Webster Groves Bookshop, STL Books. I don't want to leave out anyone. Afterwards, Happy Up Toys, a number of Looking Glass, a number of local gift shops and bookstores, as well as the national chains are carrying it now. So
wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
And you're in demand now. You're going to go out and make some appearances and do some book signings.
Sure. Yeah.
How about that? How do you feel about that?
Oh, it's great. It's a lot of fun going to bookstores and doing these signings and just meeting the kids. And what I'll often do is do like a little drawing for them, either in the book or on a separate little piece of paper, and or I'll do a little cartoon version of them. So it's fun interacting with the actual readers who enjoy the book, and they think they're meeting some big shot, but I'm just a punk who's written a couple of kids' books. So, but anyway, it's fun to meet them because it inspires them to sort of write and draw and create as well.
Sure.
It's certainly doable.
No, let me ask you about the artwork while we still have time. I mean, it's phenomenal. Were you professionally trained? Did you go to art school, or is this just a God-given talent you've got?
I suppose it's mostly a God-given talent. But I grew up in a family of, like I said, of 8, and most of us, all of us really could draw. And so they sort of influenced me, and I guess I just sort of learned by osmosis, you know, being next to my brothers and sister who like to draw.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Great stuff, Dan. Great stuff. I want to thank Dan Killeen for joining us and giving us all the details on his new book and where you can go pick it up. We need to take another break, but when we come back, we'll have Larry Rogers here to talk about his record label and the amazing new apps he's putting out. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.